All right, shalom, shalom. First, I can start by saying all praise to Yahweh by Shema Shai, by Shema Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Now, this is just a couple of scriptures I put together, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness." And a righteous man is talking about the Lord's prophets, man. You know, Yahweh is our way of the elect, but us standing in great boldness is us being out there on the highways and byways teaching this word. We feel the face of such as have afflicted him, right? These Edomite devils, we still in their captivity. We went into slavery up under them. We still over here in America, man. They afflicted us. And made no account of his labors, right? And we built up America, man. The Lord put the spirit on us, once he discontinued us from our heritage, had us put in slavery and brought over here to America eventually, and had us build this place up. It says, Salakia, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear." That's talking about the elites, because the elites know what's going on, man. A lot of these peon Edomites don't know what's going on. "And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for." Right, and that's talking about the UFOs, so-called UFOs, the chariots. The Lord's elect deliverance is through the chariots, man, being beamed up while this place gets destroyed. Let me jump. This is Revelation chapter 11, verse 11. "And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them." Right, so just to reiterate that, that's talking about the elites, man. That's being out there on the highways and byways proclaiming his word, get these elites scared, man. But back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. I'm going to start back at verse 2. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for." Right, because they know this is the downfall of their kingdom. You know, what's happening right in front of their face is prophecy. You know, the elites, when Yahweh Shah come back going into slavery, and the ones that's left over here in America of these peon people, they're going to be hit by thermonuclear missiles. And the Lord going to give his men the power to gather the rest of the nations up that survive. This 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 16. It says, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High. And the dead in Yahweh Shai shall rise first." Right, those who died in the word, man, who continued the word and died for it. "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds." Right, the clouds represents the chariots, "to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord." Right, so the Lord going to transfigure his elect body and beam them up into the so-called UFOs. All right, this is back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Verse 3, it says, "And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometime in derision." Whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. Right. mocking us and giving us these bywords and proverb names, man. It says, we fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh Shema Shai, and his lot is among the saints, right? The prince of the power, man. Yahshua Allah, man. The Lord don't deal with these other nations, man. He only deal with Israel. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 54. It says, and after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also whom thou hast chosen, right? Because, they say everybody come from Adam, but there was a chosen line picked out through Adam. All this have I spoken before thee, O Lord, because thou madest the world for our sake, right? For Israel's sake. That's who the chosen people was. As for the other people, right? The other nations, which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and it has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel, right? So, the Lord look at these other nations as spittle, man. He don't fuck with them. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, right? So you Edomite devils, you white people are being looked at as heathen, man, right along with them Africans, them Arabs, them Indonesian people, man. And now, O Lord, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us, right? And these nations did have us in slavery. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, and thy fervent lover, are given into their hands, right? The Lord gave us into their hands because of us sinning, in the ancient world, man. But, it's all that is coming to an end. It says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess the inheritance with the world? Right, our kingdom is coming. This world, we're not, to be in this world, man. That's why Yahushua said, if this was my kingdom, my servants would fight. But our kingdom is coming next, man. We don't want this place. This place is polluted. You Edomites can't give us no, 50 acres and a mule. This world don't even treat us or accept us, But the world was made for our sake. So, the Lord finna put it back into our hands. It says, if the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Right, and this is it's coming to an end. Esau's kingdom is coming to an end, man. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6. Verse 8, it says, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, right? Esau represents these white people. It's the end of their world. And Jacob, which represents the blacks, and Native Americans, is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So our kingdom is coming next, man. That's why you see America getting into it, all the nations, man, in particular Russia. The Lord got these nations going through all types of hell with America. All these trade tariffs that they all putting on each other and stuff. Why they got that going on, they got or you call it the trade war. Why they got that going on? You got these nations holding military drills and stuff. The Cold War all over again. Why? Because they're getting ready for the destruction of this place, man. All other nations know America's downfall is here, and they're not trying to be caught up in it, so they, separating themselves from America. 1, 2, America is oppressing them, the hell out of them. So, they fighting back. But this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." Right, so the Medes is talking about the Russians, man. The Lord put the spirit on Russia to not regard the American currency anymore. That's why they're getting rid of it. It says, "As for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows," which is talking about the nuclear missiles, "also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb." Right, so you so-called young men out here, that's in whatever fashion of life you may be in, y'all gonna be hit by thermonuclear missiles, man. How righteous are we of the elect, and we make it out, and don't have to suffer the same fate as they got. That's why the scriptures say, "Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure." It says, "Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb." Right. So these missiles are gonna hit the emphasis in the stomach of the woman. "Their eyes shall not spare children." "In Babylon," which is America, "the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah." Right, and we know what happened during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. They were hit by fire and brimstone because of their wickedness. And America is promoting that same wickedness, man. It's like everywhere you turn, you see some type of fucking freak, man. Some lesbian, some transgender, or some homosexual. Oops, lucky. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. Verse 12. It says, "Egypt," which is America. America is known as Egypt in the Bible. You still have the pyramid on the dollar. That was the example we used to always use, man. It says, "And the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn," and the punishment is being hit by thermonuclear missiles. "They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation." Right, you farmers, y'all farmland gonna be hit by thermonuclear missiles, man. "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." Right, woe meaning destruction to the world in general, not just America. "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." Right, and that's talking about nuclear missiles, man. These missiles are not only going to hit America, man. They're going to hit other parts all over the world, other countries all over the world, man. Israel also is going to be destroyed, but Israel, the land of Israel, is going to be built back up. America isn't going to be built back up after it gets hit by thermonuclear missiles. It says, "For the sword," this is 2nd Ezra 15:15, "for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." Right, "and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands." Right, that's talking about race wars, man. They showing you that on The Purge. That's what the movie The Purge is about. But I'm not gonna drag it out too far. America is over, man. America has no future, and we watching it come down right before our eyes. So, with that being said, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Shai, Bashem Kadash, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity.